Hello and welcome to Kashmir Now. I'm your host Lipakshi. Let's take a look at some stories of this week's episode. People of illegally occupied Gilgit-Baltistan suffer due to poor internet facilities. KVIC distributes 800B boxes among farmers from border areas of Samba and Kathua. One-day disaster preparedness training organized for medical and paramedical staff in Srinagar. And later, in a section of Incredible India, we'll take you to witness the culture and lifestyle of the least known Tarao tribe of Manipur. Internet is no longer a luxury but a basic requirement in today's world. The COVID-19 pandemic has emphatically demonstrated us the same as the online classes and work from home became the new normal. Though the countries around the world got adapted to the change owing to good internet speed, in illegally occupied Gilgit-Baltistan the things got worse amid poor internet services. Even at present, the situation hasn't improved a bit, becoming a major challenge, especially for the students.
In today's era of globalization and cutthroat competition, broadband and internet services have become more of a necessity than a luxury. But in illegally occupied Gilgit-Baltistan, a good internet service still seems to be a distant dream. Students are the most affected in such a scenario. Eskom, a local telecom service provider on which they are mostly dependent, is also not efficient enough to help them complete their assignments और अटेंड ऑनलाइन क्लासेस।
ये नेटवर्क है, इसमें बहुत ही इशू है। जो हमारा गूगल है वो नहीं चलता है और हमारे गिलगित में 4G और ये 3G का जो सिस्टम है वो बहुत ही ख़राब है, जो जिसकी वजह से हम अपने काम और सही तरीके से नहीं कर सकते हैं और सेटिस्फाई भी नहीं हो सकते हैं। जो हमारा यहाँ पे नेट का सिस्टम है 4G जो एस्कॉम है उसकी तो हालत बिल्कुल ना होने के बराबर ही है। तो हमें असाइनमेंट्स वगैरह में बहुत असाइनमेंट के लिए प्रेजेंटेशन के लिए हमें बहुत सफ़र होना पड़ता है।
Eskom is the mobile network of Special Communication Organization or SCO, which is a public sector organization under the Pakistan's Ministry of Information Technology and Telecommunications and is managed by Pakistani Army. It is the first telecom network provider in the urban and rural parts of Gilgit-Baltistan and POK and has more than 4,800 kilometers optical fiber in the region. Though established in 1976, Eskom has not been able to upgrade its services till date, neither has it shown any intent to do so. Leave aside 3G or 4G, several times internet doesn't even work with 2G speed in the region, which creates a lot of problem, especially for those who require internet to complete their task.
तो गिलगित बल्तिस्तान के अंदर इंटरनेट की सहूलत बिल्कुल मैसर न होने की वजह से स्टूडेंट जो हैं वो सफ़र हो रहे हैं और मीडिया है गिलगित बल्तिस्तान का मीडिया सफ़र हो रहा है और मीडिया के अंदर जो उनके जो काम है उसमें खलल पैदा हो रहा है। बेहतर है कि हुकूमत, इंतज़ामिया और जितने भी इदारे हैं उनसे हम रिक्वेस्ट करते हैं कि वो गिलगित बल्तिस्तान के अंदर बेहतर इंटरनेट की सहूलत को फराहम करें ताकि सहाफ़ी और स्टूडेंट समेत देगर जितने भी इंटरनेट से जो इंटरनेट के शोबे से वाबस्ता अफराद हैं उनको उनके काम में खलल पैदा।
Poor internet service has many a times prompted students and journalists to hold demonstrations and protests against the slow connectivity. But due to outdated system and shortage of qualified staff at the Eskom, the problem continues to haunt the subscribers. Though Pakistan talks about the rights of Kashmiris at international platforms, in reality it has never been able to provide them the services at par with the people of Pakistan.
Moving on, the suffering of the people of illegally occupied Gilgit-Baltistan doesn't seem to be ending. All thanks to the government authorities, which are only concerned about filling their own coffers, not about the region's development. At present, the shortage of wheat has become a major concern for the people of Gilgit-Baltistan.
Amid smuggling and black marketing of food items by the corrupt officials, the people of illegally occupied Gilgit-Baltistan are struggling with acute shortage of wheat. And the little that is available is being sold at high prices, making it almost impossible for poor people to buy it. Locals say instead of resolving the issue, the government further added salt to their wounds by reducing the wheat subsidy for Gilgit-Baltistan.
₹20 की हम यहाँ पर जो है गंदम की एक रोटी जो है ₹20 में हमें अवेलेबल होती है। तो इस लिहाज से यहाँ पर गंदम की जो है खाने पीने की जगह के लिहाज से यहाँ पर बहुत तंगी दस्ती है यहाँ, क्योंकि रावलपिंडी से अशिया यहाँ आ जाती हैं खाने में, उसमें बहुत कास्ट लगता है और लोगों के लिए यहाँ रोज़गार भी नहीं, कुछ भी नहीं है, इसलिए यहाँ पर इस वजह से लोग ज़्यादा सफ़र कर रहे हैं। ये हमारी डिमांड तो यही है, हम तो कह ही रहे हैं कि भाई इसमें जो हमें दी जाती है सब्सिडी में इसमें काट छांट नहीं की जाए, पूरी मकदार में हमें गंदम सप्लाई की जाए। लेकिन इसके अंदर आपको पता है कि गंदम यहाँ सप्लाई होती है, इसके अंदर जो कॉन्ट्रैक्ट ठेकेदार इन्वॉल्व होता है उसको गंदम को स्मगलिंग होती है, जब स्मगलिंग करते हैं तो शॉर्टेज होती है। हुकूमत की कारकर्दगी जो है, उनके इदारे जो है कहाँ काम करते हैं, काम नहीं करते हैं।
In recent months, there have been several protests over the issue of subsidy cut on wheat, but the authorities have completely ignored the plight of locals. And it's not just wheat shortage, but the issues like dilapidated roads have also taken a toll on people's lives. The commute becomes very difficult, especially during harsh weather conditions, and even lead to severe accidents. Besides this, locals also complain about poor infrastructure and lack of educational institutions in medical sector.
मेडिकल के हवाले से मेडिकल कॉलेज नहीं, यूनिवर्सिटी नहीं, इंजीनियरिंग कॉलेज नहीं, यूनिवर्सिटी है। लोगों को यहाँ के जो है ज़रूरी जो है वो टेस्ट लेबॉरेटरी करने के लिए मसाइल का सामना करना पड़ता है और रोड जो है बहुत पेचीदा और मौसम हालात ख़राब होने की वजह से एक आदमी जितने के पास पैसा लाखों करोड़ों रुपए होते हुए वो अपना इलाज गिलगित में नहीं करा सकता है, न ही वो बाहर यहाँ पर शहर रावलपिंडी इस्लामाबाद आ सकता है।
The illegally occupied Gilgit-Baltistan has been reeling under the misrule of Pakistan for more than 7 decades now. Till date, Pakistan has only plundered the resources of the region, but has done nothing for the development and betterment of its people. The successive governments in Gilgit-Baltistan have just passed the ball from one court to another and have significantly failed in realizing the demands of the local people.
And next we move on to Jammu and Kashmir, which is said to be one of the most suitable beekeeping places in India, owing to its natural resources and favourable climatic conditions. But despite this fact, the Union Territory imports honey worth 8.5 million rupees from other states, the reason being the improper utilisation of its potential. To change this scenario and make the Union Territory self-sufficient in honey production, Khadi Village Industries Commission has been distributing bee boxes among the trained farmers across districts. The latest one being Kathua. Have a look.
The nectar collected by the bees from the meadows, orchards, forests and gardens is considered among the finest across the globe. Jammu and Kashmir, being home to all of them, with its land requiring very less pesticides, creates a favourable atmosphere for producing organic honey. Considering the same, Khadi Village Industries Commission or KVIC is providing bee boxes to farmers across Jammu and Kashmir under Honey Mission program to generate more employment. The latest distribution ceremony was held in the premises of Khadi Seva Sadan in Hiranagar block of Kathua. It started with floral tribute being paid to Father of the Nation Mahatma Gandhi, and then around 800 boxes were distributed among 80 trained beekeepers hailing from the border belt of Samba and Kathua. Beekeepers express their gratitude to KVIC for providing them bee boxes in just 10% of the cost.
हमें पहले मधुमक्खियों की 5 दिन ट्रेनिंग दी गई, उसके बाद अब हम इसका मतलब एक KVIC ने जो प्रोग्राम रखा था, इसके तहत हमें ये जो पेटियां हमें डोनेट देंगे, इसका फिर हम मधुमक्खी पालन का काम करेंगे और इसकी जब हम अच्छा मतलब इनकम हमें होगी, उसके बाद शायद जो है हम श्री गांधी सेवा सदन को ये शायद मतलब अपना वो निकाल के गांधी सेवा सदन को सेल करेंगे। बाकी सारे इसके थ्रू हमें काफ़ी मतलब रोजगार भी मिला है।
सबसे पहले तो हम खादी कमीशन का धन्यवाद करते हैं, जिन्होंने हम गरीब लोगों, हम छोटे किसानों के लिए बारे में इतना सोचा। आज उन्होंने हमें जो 10 बक्से दिए हैं, उसके हमें 10 बक्से दिए। इससे पहले उन्होंने हमें ट्रेनिंग करवाई थी और 5 दिन की। उन 5 दिनों में हमें इतना कुछ सीखने को मिला था कि हम सोच भी नहीं सकते थे कि 5 दिन में कोई इतना सीख सकता है। और आज जैसे मधुमक्खी वितरण हुआ तो आज हमने इतनी खुशी हुई देख के।
KVIC has already distributed around 7,500 bee boxes in Jammu and Kashmir, employing nearly 1,500 farmers. It even made a world record of distribution of 2,330 boxes on a single day with the support of Indian Army in Kupwara district in 2018. The efforts of KVIC are in line with PM Modi's vision of doubling farmers' income by 2022.
ये माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी का सपना था कि किसानों की आय जो है डबल हो, और हनी मिशन के माध्यम से KVIC इस कार्य में लगा हुआ है। जम्मू कश्मीर जो देश का ताज है, जहाँ फ्लोरा फौना बहुत ज़्यादा क्वांटिटी में अवेलेबल है, बहुत हाई क्वालिटी का अवेलेबल है, वहाँ के लिए हनी मिशन वास्तव में एक वरदान साबित हो रहा है। इस फाइनेंशियल ईयर में भी हमारी कोशिश होगी कि कम से कम 5 से 7 हज़ार बी बॉक्सेस हमारे यहाँ किसान जो हैं जम्मू कश्मीर के, उनको दिए जाएं, जिससे कि उनकी आय बढ़े, क्रॉस पॉलिनेशन से किसानों की आय बढ़े और उसके साथ साथ हाई क्वालिटी हनी का भी प्रोडक्शन हो, और देश जो है हनी के प्रोडक्शन में एक बार आत्मनिर्भर बनने का प्रयास करे। अभी अगर हम वर्ल्ड में अपना खादी हनी के प्रोडक्शन की बात करें तो हम 4 नंबर पे हैं। हमारी कोशिश होगी कि आने वाले समय में भारत हनी के प्रोडक्शन में नंबर 1 बने, और इसकी वजह से ये प्रयास चल रहे हैं।
The authorities of Jammu and Kashmir have also been taking a number of initiatives to give boost to beekeeping industry. In Kashmir division, there are 70,000 bee colonies, but the government is now planning to take the number to 7 lakh in the next 5 years. That could generate employment for 1.14 lakh families. In Jammu division, the government has set up a honey processing unit with 100 kilograms capacity and has registered 340 beekeepers for the facility. Awareness camps are also organized for farmers on a daily basis, where they are given demonstrations regarding honey extraction and several other things related to honey management.
KVIC कैंप चलाता है, उनको अवेयर करता है कि कैसे हनी को निकाला जाता है। हनी की कीमत जो है किसानों को तब कम मिलती है जब उनके एक्सट्रैक्शन में वो गलतियां करते हैं, या जब उसका एक्सट्रैक्शन किया जाता है वो गंदा हो जाता है उससे, जो पहले बहुत कॉमन हुआ करता था। लेकिन आज ट्रेनिंग के बाद इसमें बहुत बड़ा बदलाव आया है कि किस तरीके से सफाई से हनी को निकाला जाए। जब हनी को सफाई से निकाला जाता है, उसके अंदर कोई ब्रूड चैम्बर से नहीं निकाला जाता है, उसको सिर्फ सुपर चैम्बर से निकाला जाता है, तो हनी की कीमत हमेशा बहुत ज़्यादा होती है।
चाहता हूँ कि सभी लोग जो है इसमें बढ़ चढ़ के हिस्सा ले। जो बेरोजगार है, नौजवान सोचते हैं कि रोजगार नहीं मिल रहा है, तो उनको रोजगार मिलेगा नहीं, रोजगार बनाना पड़ेगा, ढूंढना पड़ेगा रोजगार। तो उसके लिए क्या है, मधुमक्खी का सबसे अच्छा काम है जो हमारे युवा जितने भी है वो कर सकते हैं। अब एक गवर्नमेंट जो है खादी विभाग है, एक राशन कार्ड के ऊपर जो है मतलब 10 पेटी 10% चार्ज के ऊपर दे रही है। तो जवानों को, जो अपने नौजवानों को चाहिए कि ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा इसका फायदा उठा सकें।
Jammu and Kashmir is estimated to produce about 70 metric tons of honey annually. And this amount is bound to increase in the coming years as number of youngsters in the territory are opting for honeybee farming as a source of livelihood. The reason being, it does not need much investment apart from pollen and nectar from flowers, which is easily available in the territory.
And owing to its peculiar topography, rugged terrain and extreme weather conditions, Jammu and Kashmir has witnessed a long history of natural disasters ranging from catastrophic earthquakes to destructive floods, avalanches and landslides. In such a situation, it becomes a necessity to have increased awareness on disaster management so as to minimize the loss of life and property during any such calamity. Moving on the same lines, disaster preparedness training was organized in Srinagar for medical and paramedical staff.
The medical and paramedical staff of several NGOs in Kashmir Valley recently received training in disaster preparedness at a camp organized in Srinagar. The one-day workshop was organized by the Department of Disaster Management, Relief, Rehabilitation and Reconstruction in collaboration with State Disaster Response Force or SDRF and Civil Defense. The staff members were provided training in basic first aid, firefighting and search and rescue. Live demonstrations were also given to the participants by the teams from SDRF and Civil Defense.
देखिए, इसमें जो बेसिक फर्स्ट एड जिसको हम बोलते हैं कि अगर कोई इंसिडेंट हो गया, कहीं ब्लीडिंग हो गई, कहीं फ्रैक्चर हो गया, कहीं बर्न्स हो गई, बहुत सारे इंसिडेंट्स होते हैं, या रोड एक्सीडेंट हो गया या कोई प्रेग्नेंट लेडी होगी का क्या बेसिक उसके लिए फर्स्ट एड देना है, वो हम ट्रेनिंग इनको देते हैं। लेकिन इसके साथ साथ हम ये भी इनको सिखा रहे हैं कि अगर कोई डिजास्टर साइट में, क्योंकि ये भी एक फर्स्ट रिस्पॉन्डर है जो वहाँ पे इमीडिएटली पहुँच जाएंगे, तो सर्च एंड रेस्क्यू कैसे किया जा सकता है, और अगर कहीं फायर इंसिडेंट में ये कभी पहुँच जाए तो इनको बेसिक फर्स्ट फायर फाइटिंग के भी टेक्निक सिखाए।
ये ट्रेनिंग यहाँ पे डिजास्टर मैनेजमेंट का एक ट्रेनिंग है कि अगर कभी भी कोई इमरजेंसी होती है जिसमें मास कैजुअलिटी होती है, तो पेशेंट को हम कैसे ट्रेस करके पेशेंट को हमें सेफ जगह लेके जाना है, एम्बुलेंस में लेके जाना है जहाँ से पेशेंट को आगे शिफ्ट करेंगे। इसमें हम सिखाया जाता है कि अगर हमारे पास कुछ भी नहीं है, हम अकेले हैं बिल्कुल, तो हम पेशेंट को कैसे रेस्क्यू करेंगे।
As NGOs are one of the important players during both man-made as well as natural disasters, such training programs can prove to be very beneficial. If the medical and paramedical staff of NGOs is well versed in disaster management, they can help in reducing mortality as well as morbidity rate. Moreover, they can further create awareness among the masses about the importance of pre-hospital care, which is a vital component of emergency medical services. The disaster preparedness training will also be a huge help to the NGO staff to conduct rescue operations smoothly during calamity.
ये नॉलेज गैप और प्रैक्टिकलिटी को नज़दीक लाने के लिए हमने रिक्वेस्ट किया था डिजास्टर मैनेजमेंट डिपार्टमेंट को टू गिव ट्रेनिंग टू आवर स्टाफ हाउ टू जस्ट इम्प्रूव their skills as per the requirements in the state. ये कोऑर्डिनेशन बहुत अच्छी रहेगी, हमारे स्टाफ को डेफिनेटली इससे बड़ा फ़ायदा होगा। बाज़ औक़ात मास कैजुअलिटी होती है, which could be a disaster at times, how to approach that. तो इनके जो ट्रेनर्स हैं माशाल्लाह, they have done a lot of work here in the state already. We want to benefit from their training as well, to give our staff empowerment so that periphery पे ये इसको execute कर सकें for the benefit of common people.
मेन है फोकस था हमें कि रेस्क्यू, मान लो कोई कहीं पे अगर कोई मान लो फंस गया है तो उसको कहाँ कैसे हम वहाँ से रेस्क्यू कर रहे हैं। तो ये टीम जो आई थे उन्होंने उसी के बारे में हमें, जैसे कि अभी कोई फायर हुआ है, फ्लड्स में कभी कुछ ऐसा हुआ है, सडनली बिल्डिंग कहीं पे कोलैप्स हुई है, तो उसके लिए उन्होंने यहाँ पे हमें ये ट्रेनिंग दी है हमारी स्टाफ को। उस टाइम आप क्या कैसे और इफेक्टिव ट्रेनिंग जो मान लो कैसे बचा सकते हो एक बंदे को। मेन हमारा फोकस था कि हमें ह्यूमन लाइफ जो है, इवन नॉट ह्यूमन, इवन जो मान लो एनिमल्स कहीं पे भी हो, उनको भी कैसे बचाना है।
Earlier, disaster management focused mainly on the effectiveness of the post-disaster phase, but in the present times, it also lays significant importance on the capacity development, leading to preparedness and readiness to tackle a disaster. And if considering the same, such training programs are organized on a regular basis, that too in Jammu and Kashmir, which is highly susceptible to earthquake, many lives can be saved.
And next we move on to a section of Incredible India, where today we'll take you to explore the culture and lifestyle of Tarao tribe, which is said to be one of the smallest tribes in Manipur. Though settled in Manipur since 1075 AD, the Government of India recognized Tarao as an aboriginal tribe of the state only in 2003. Today it is also known as the Forgotten Tribe of Manipur, since the community is on the verge of extinction. Have a look.
Confined mainly in the 4 villages of Tengnopal, Chandel and Ukhrul district of Manipur, Tarao tribe is one of the smallest and the least known among the Naga tribes of the state. Known for its distinctive cultural heritage, Tarao tribe is the 31st tribe in the scheduled tribe list of Manipur and is said to have come from erstwhile Burma, now Myanmar. There is no written tradition or culture of the tribe. However, it has been passed down verbally through folk stories and folk dance from generations. Their ancestors believed that at the beginning, Tarao people lived in a cave or a hole located at the foot of Haubi Hill at the banks of Chinwin River. At present, its population has gone down to meager 1,000, which make it an endangered and marginalized tribe. Their language has already been declared extinct by the UNESCO in 2009. But the government is trying to revitalize it along with several others that are facing extinction.
Such minor languages are not officially counted under ministry. But the ministry under Home Education Ministry is trying to promote those small languages under Article 34, okay, Article 350, grievances of any Article 350 made them instruction through their mother language. Article 350B in the Constitution, it was mentioned that there was the President has the right to nominate language officer for the language minority like Tarao. So for the government, they are trying to best to promote such endangered or extinct languages. The process is called revitalization process.
Mostly dependent on agriculture for their livelihood, Tarao people are also known for their beautiful handicrafts, which are mostly made of bamboo and cane and are a source of income for them. Another unique aspect of Tarao tribe is its traditional attires, especially the one worn by women. It includes a beautiful shawl paired up with a shirt which is quite similar to that of men but is slightly shorter in length. They also cover their head with a beautiful headgear. The shawls that they wear come in various designs and are usually woven and designed by the Tarao women themselves in their own local and traditional ways. Over the years, the members of Tarao tribe have been struggling hard to preserve their identity. The reason being that they fall under a minor group, so wherever they get settled, they are forced to merge with other tribes for their survival.
Midi trap he on misi. Ayambala ye kui. I mon the chukra on ba, anan jukra on ba, muyon jukra on ba. Hojik tam kunlu on misi, mi am on menedo. Hojik kara dile hawker, kara disi delak.
The festivals of Tarao tribe are also unique and are filled with merriment. Being an agrarian community, its main festival is Luingaini, which represents the season of seed sowing and marks the start of the year for Nagas. In addition to it, Tarao tribe also organizes an annual Tarao conference where traditional dances, songs, games and sports are held.
Tarao, which was once a very powerful tribe and which was guarding the border of Manipur on the eastern flank, is still surviving in 4 villages, and their population is around 1,200, and they have their own unique identity, their own culture, and to claim that they are an extinct tribe is incorrect. They can be at the most called a threatened tribe because the larger communities are trying to absorb them, but at least in the 4 villages they are still surviving. A policy should be there so that they can increase their number by giving incentives to those who have more than 3 kids, so that they are not lost from the face of the earth.
Considering the endangered status of the tiny ethnic group, there is immense need to save it from extinction and preserve its culture and traditions.
Well, that's all we have for you in this week's episode. Till we see you next week, it's goodbye from the entire production team.